Hello, Konami made main boxes absolutely garbage. I'm mad about it and I'm here to bitch about it. Let's get into it. Alright, so what the hell is going on, Konami? Chaotic Soldiers came out. We got Necros, we got Book of Moon, we got all these decks, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Book of Moon is like the only good thing about this. I'm recording this before Battle Step, the big $100 tournament, but nothing has been crazy outstanding in this box. At the best, it's looking tier 3, maybe tier 2, different versions of Water X Seeds, stuff like that for the most part from this main box. And even if something becomes super meta out of this main box, my point still stands that these main boxes have been just selling you 1 to 2 good cards, yeah, at best, and then the rest is absolutely garbojo. If you don't believe me, let's get into some of these boxes. Let's just get in. Ignore the one that just came out. Let's look at Pendulum Genesis. Pendulum Genesis, you've got a couple. You got the Bloom Diva in here, and I think that's pretty much it, right? Like, is there anything else you need? That's the only meta impacting card. You need the Bloom Diva, 2 to 3 copies, probably 2 if you're playing a competitive list. And then the rest is irrelevant. What else are you going to play? The Archfiend that you can't because the skill got nerfed? The Big Binky, Super Heavies with the shitty skills? Pendulums? Nah, fam. Blizzard, that's a side deck card. You barely get to play that if you're just playing ranked. Okay. Another example. Darkness Gimmick. Who plays Gimmick Puppets? Vampires, these are barely rogue decks. People went into this box for fucking Insector Exabeetle to make Onomats good, you know, like to make them tier 0, which is a rare. Everything else is just awful. Dark gimmicks are probably the most awful archetype, most copium archetype we've ever gotten, that's gotten waves and waves and waves of support. You understand me? It's same thing. Eternal Stream had Excalibur, it had Tinky. Everything else is kind of whatever, you know? Yeah, Black Gray Lancer for the water deck. Awesome, dude. Meanwhile, we get things like Grapha, the Dark Lord, Dark Ruler No More, UA Powered Jersey, Dream Mirrors as a UR. These are garbage. And why does this make me so angry? Well, very simply, we used to get very good boxes, right? And it seems to have ended around the time Witch's Sorcery got nerfed, right? If you got Witch's Sorcery, look at this, man. Oh my god, it pisses me off every single time I look at it. Look at this. If you went in for Witch's Sorcery, you got full Witchcrafters. Oh my goodness. You got full Evil Eye. You got things like Ham of the Battle Wasp to go ahead and play. There was things like the Pertaplants, which were splashable into different decks. This is a good main box to have gone into at release before they nerfed Witchcrafter into the ground. Even before that, you know, yeah, there was some times we got things like Truth Universe where it was like, what the hell is this? So it wasn't like every box was good, but at the same time, we also got things like Judgment Force, the Blue Eyes, right? You got all of Blue Eyes, you got the Lightsworn Engine, Glow Up Bulb, Couscous to go with the structured deck to be playable, the Gladiator Beast Vespa. Oh my goodness. Probably one of the best that we've ever gotten was the Black Rose one, Blazing Rose. Holy crap. Generic Synchros, Red Eyes got support. If you're still playing Red Eyes, you could go get this, make them better. Full Subterror, which is a tier 1 deck. Full Metaphys, which was a rogue strategy that actually worked as an anti-meta strategy. World Legacy Clash, which is later limited because it was too powerful of a generic staple. Aloof Lupine. Listen. I don't know when the flip switched in Konami's brain, but shoot, even the mini boxes haven't been that great. You know, they've been okay. They've been in a better situation, right? We got things like DDD, which was like fine. There's nothing too bad about that. But then we also got things like Art of Atlantis, which, you know, gave us Chronomaly, which wasn't even really rogue, if we're being totally honest. And even the structures, right? The structures, some of them are okay, right? You get things like Rise of Gaia, but then you get like things like Evil Hero and things like Magician's Arc. It seems structures just kind of went to more saving money with like giving you free swirl slimes and stuff. Not free, but low-cost swirl slime and stuff like that. My point is, you know, when I'm going into anatomic theory right now, I'm not really going for TG. TG at best has been a tier 3 deck. Right? They were never really above tier 3 in terms of statistics. Even if you yourself think TG's an amazing deck, statistically has never been more than a tier 3 deck. This is a fucking main box. So if I'm not going for TG, I'm literally just going in for Mystical Space Typhoon. Everything else is a complete waste of time and resources. This should have been a mini. If it's going to be a tier 3 powered deck, it should be a mini. And MST should be in a better box. A better main box. Even if they wanted to keep it a main box, a better main box. We shouldn't be getting garbage like that, man. Eternal Stream. What the hell happened in Eternal Stream? Why are things like Dream Mirror URs? You know? If you didn't get Excalibur or the Tinkies, everything else is a huge scam. Trap hole. What is the playable archetype that you get out of this main box? Like, there's nothing that's playable, bro. Like, what is going on? Back in the day, if you invested the same amount of money, you'd have full Subterror, full Witchcrafter, etc., etc., etc. You know? And this is, you know, that's not like a one of. They went on streaks. Yeah, they had things like Truth Universe, but for Future Horizons, look how good this was, man. Cyber Dragon, Dark Magician, Zeta was in here, Super Heavy got support. You got a full Super Heavy cheap deck out of this. Oh my goodness. Aerial Assault was huge when it came out. Purgatrio, Bryonic. You got like, you know what I mean? Like Dark and there's really good stuff in here. Full Blackwing, well, not full Blackwing. You have to purchase another box. But main boxes used to have huge meta implications, and they simply don't anymore. You know what I mean? And it's not just about cost either. You know, like, if they released, like, a main box, and then you also had to buy the mini box, and then a structure, you know, whatever. That matters to some people. It doesn't really matter to me, if I'm being honest. As a content creator, I can buy these things as an investment, because, you know, I can just buy them 3 times over, make YouTube videos out of it, make my money back. No problem. To some people, the cost is more important than it is to me. To me, even if you disregard the cost, things like Darkness Gimmick, for example, Gimmick Puppets have never won a tournament. They barely even get to, like, I think they made it to finals once or twice. You know what I mean? Why are we getting full Gimmick Puppets in a main box? It has no meta impact, bro. Vampires have had more meta impact than Gimmick Puppets. Why are they here? And that's the part that really irritates me. These, whenever a main box comes around, we should have a tier 1, tier 2 threatening deck. Right? We shouldn't have to wait for tier 3 or rogue with a main box. If you're a new player, you should be able to invest into any of these, the most current main box, and have yourself a playable deck that's meta defining. Otherwise, it's just a massive waste of money, because they know they can just put things like Book of Moon in here and people will buy it, because Book of Moon on its own is just that goddamn powerful. So, there you go. Had to get that off my chest, boys. You guys tell me. What is going on? Well, what are your opinions? I wish we could just get back our old main boxes, like things like, you know, Witch's Sorcery or Blazing Rose are great examples where you get multiple decks, you know, one meta deck, one meme deck, and a staple or two. Valhalla Calling, you know, Dark Dimension, which had like 5 decks inside of it. Great investment. What's going on, Konami? I know you watch these videos. I know you try to pretend that you don't watch the community's videos, but you do, because I've talked to you personally, and I know you do watch these. Please, for the love of God, just start releasing good shit again. That's all I ask. Till next time, boys.